Please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Today we want to look at simultaneous equation with three unknowns. If we notice, a question like this may not easily be solved by either substitution method or elimination method. So the best method we use to solve this equation, at least to solve the first unknown, any of the unknowns, is the matrix method or the matrices method. So this method will help us to get one of the unknowns, and then we can decide to use any other method to solve for the remaining two unknowns. Let us go ahead and try this out. Now we want to look at this question. To solve this question, we want to solve for one of these variables, one of these unknowns, x or y or z, with the means of matrix. We want to use matrix method to solve for one of them, and then use substitution method to complete the other one. Now, this is what we want to do now. We extract the coefficients of all these variables into a matrix form. So we have 3, 1, 4. Because for x column, we have 3, 1, and 4 as coefficients of x. So that's why we have 3, 1, 4. Now for y column, we have -1, 2, and 5 for y column. Now for z column, we have 2, 1, and -3 as the coefficients of these variables. We have extracted them into a matrix set. Now we'll now arrange these two into another matrix set. Now, if you look closely, you realize that this is a 3 by 3 matrix, while this is a 1 by 3 matrix. Now, the first thing to do is to find this one out. What we are trying to do is, for me now, I would like to solve for x. Now, to solve for x, we find that x equal to change in x over change. Change in x over change. What is change in x? Change in x is when we replace the column of x with this column, and then change is when we do the solution of this set without replacement of anything. Now let's deal with what change is first. So change will be, we'll solve for this. Now, to solve for this, let's rewrite this matrix set. According to the rule of matrix, this column will carry a positive value, a positive sign. The next column will carry a -1, while the next one will carry positive. The sign of matrix, column by column or row by row, go alternatively, plus minus like that as it goes. But since we have 3, it starts with plus and ends with plus. Now what do? We choose one. Basically the center. I like to choose the first one of every column. So now I'm choosing 3 to stand outside here. To stand out, it has been attached to positive sign, so we leave it as 3, or if you like, you put +3. Then you open a matrix line. Now, since we have chosen this one, we'll thereby cancel out this row to which it belongs, and also cancel out this column to which it belongs. If imaginarily you draw a line over this and you draw a line over this, the ones without line will be 2, 1, 5 minus 3. So we write those down. 2, 1, 5 minus 3. Then, what do we put as the sign here? We are going to the next column, and that has negative sign, minus. Now, what is the first item of this column? Now it is minus 1, so we put minus 1 there. Then we open a matrix line for this one. Now, since we have taken minus 1 from this point, the column to which it belongs will be imaginarily ruled off, while the row to which it belongs will be imaginarily ruled off. If we rule this off and we rule this off, what we have left will be 1, 1, 4, minus 3. 4 and minus 3, like that. Now the next one will be plus 2. Then you open the line. Then you do the same thing over again. Since plus 2 belongs to this row, we rule out this row. And since it belongs to this column, we rule out this column. Then we have 1, 2, 4, 5. Now we are set to continue. Now to continue, we say change, or delta as we wish to call it, equals 3, open bracket. The rule of solving 2 by 2 matrix is to find the product of this diagonal and subtract it from and put it down, then subtract the product of this other diagonal from it. Find the product of this diagonal and subtract the product of this diagonal from it. So we have 2 times minus 3 will be minus 6, minus, we are subtracting the product of this diagonal from it, minus 5, because 5 times 1 will be 5. Now, we are moving to the next set. Now the next set says minus minus 1. Now minus minus 1 is plus 1. Then we open bracket and say, now repeat the same thing we have done here. We have 1 times minus 3, that will be minus 3, minus 4 times 1, and that will be 4. Now plus 2 now to the next set. Now the next set says 1 times 5. There we go. 1 times 5 is 5, minus 4 times 2, which is 8. We put it down and then we close the bracket. At this point, we continue trying to solve the contents of each bracket. That will be our next step, to solve the contents of each bracket. Minus 6 minus 5 gives us minus 11, plus 1 into minus 3 minus 4, minus 7. Then plus 2 into 5 minus 8 will give us minus 3. Now, let us expand each bracket. To expand each bracket, you just multiply with the item standing outside. So 3 times minus 11 will give us minus 33. 1 times minus 7 will give us minus 7. And 2 times minus 3 will give us minus 6. Then change, or delta, equals minus 46. Now we have found out the value for delta. Let us now find out a value for delta x, or change in x. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. Now, to solve for delta x, we'll find that we'll rewrite this whole set. If we rewrite this whole set, we'll realize that we are trying to change x. You know, I said delta x means change in x. So this column that belongs to x will be replaced with this column that doesn't have any variable. Now we'll change it. That's what we did in this next line. 314 had been replaced with 1381. If you can see, instead of 314 we have 1381, which is what we got from here. Now every other item remain the same. Now we now solve this matrix the same way we solved for delta, which is change the other time. Then this time 13 stands out, Then the rest, having closed this part and closed this part, we have 2, 1, 5, minus 3. That's what we have here. Now, for minus, because this column will carry plus, this column will carry minus, and this column will carry another plus. Now, that's why we have minus 1 here, because minus 1 is the first of this column. Now, being the first, we use it as a reference point. That's why it is outside, the same way we did to 13. Now, having used it, we cancel out its column and cancel out its row imaginarily. And then now we have 8, 1, 1, minus 3. That's what we have there. Now, the next thing is plus 2. Now, having used plus 2, we cancel out this section and cancel out this section imaginarily. And then we have 8, 2, 1, 5. That's what we have there. Now, solving out these matrices, this 13 stands out. Then we have 2 times minus 3, minus 6, minus 5 times 1, 5. Then minus 1 equals plus 1. Now we have 8 times minus 3, minus 24, minus 1 times 1, 1, plus 2. Plus 2 stands out to have 8 times 5, 40, minus 1 times 2, 2. Now we continue from here to say 13. We want to solve the contents of the bracket to be minus 11 plus 1 into minus 25 plus 2 into 38. Now, after that, we have delta x equals minus 143 minus 25 plus 76. Minus 143 minus 25 plus 76 minus 92. Change in x now is minus 92. Change in x is minus 92. Now, having gotten minus 92, all we have to do now is to solve for x. We do x equals delta x over delta. Now, the value we got for delta x is minus 92, and the value we got for delta earlier is 46. Now, if we use your calculator, you find out that the answer for this one will be 2. Now, x equals 2.
Please subscribe to this channel if you have not already done so.
Now, since x is equal to 2, as we have found, we can now choose any of these equations and find out the value of either y or z. Now, okay, I would like to replace x for equations 1 and 2 because I have labeled each equation as 1, 2, and 3. Now, let us substitute 2 for x in equations 1 and 2. To have 3 into 2 minus y plus 2z equals 13, and 2 plus 2y plus z equals 8. Now the next line will be, then we'll have 6 minus y plus 2z equals 13, 2 plus 2y plus z equals 8. Now we can collect like terms to have, minus y plus 2z equals 13, minus 6 and 2y plus z equals 8 minus 2. Now we have minus y plus 2z equals 7 and 2y plus z equals 6. Tag this equation equation 4 and tag this one equation 5. As we have now, make y the subject of formula in equation 4. Make y the subject of formula in equation 4. That will lead us to minus y plus 2z equals 7 will be, take y to the other side and take 7 to this side. Then we have 2z minus 7 equals y, which can be rearranged to be y equals 2z minus 7. Substitute 2z minus 7 for y in equation 5. As we have tagged, equation 5 is 2y plus z equals 6. This is equation 5. Now, if we change y to this, we'll have 2 into 2z minus 7 plus z equals 6. Then expand the brackets to get 4z minus 14 plus z equals 6. Now take this minus 14 to the other side. That's collecting like terms to have 4z plus z equals 6 plus 14. Now we have 5z equals 20. Then z equals 20 over 5. Z now, therefore, z equals 4. Now, it is very easy to now find out the value of y since we have z equals 4. Remember, that we have found y to be equal to 2z minus 7. Therefore, y equals 2 into 4 minus 7, since z is equal to 4. Y then equals to 8 minus 7. Y equals 1. Now we have found our final answer for all the variables. All the variables are found as x equals 2, y equals 1, and z equals 4. That's the final answer. Thank you.
Please do let us know in the comment section if you have any question in any of our videos. Just go to the comment section of that video and post your question to us. We'll be very glad to attend to you.
If you have not subscribed to our channel, please click the subscribe button and click the bell beside it so you will receive notifications whenever we post videos on this channel. Thank you.